Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the big game. Hopefully, you've joined us and you can watch the free-to-air TV, turn the volume down and enjoy a call from EPAW. And I'm sure that there'll be many excited Broncos fans, including one of our commentators here that couldn't make it today that was supposed to call the game. But according to him, he had Scotty had commitments in Canberra. So strangely enough, he's down at Canberra. If we find out on Facebook that he's gone to the game, I wish him all the best anyway. For the Broncos, Canberra have won the minor premiership and it was no fluke. I think they've won something like 9 of their games down there. And we're going to have a quick look at the teams as we're only about 20 minutes away from a kickoff. KO Weeks in the 1 for Canberra. Savello Tamale in 2. Has been off the field for some time. He's been back for a couple of games now. Matthew Timoko, very solid player. Sebastian Chris. I'm expecting Sebastian Chris to have a big game tonight. Or should I say this afternoon, which leads into tonight. And it is Jed Stewart on the wing, number 5. And then we have, scrolling down the page here from the NRL.com website, Ethan Strange. And Ethan ran second in our Anytime Try Scorer award. And he's probably going to push Teddy Tedesco all the way to the line in the no doubt about it, he's going to win a few awards in the Dally M, but he's going to really push Teddy. But Teddy seems to have that wrapped up. Tom Starling in the 9, Josh Papali'i in 8, Jamal Fogarty back at halfback there, up against Ben Hunt. Then Tom Starling against Corey Pikes. Joseph Tarpany will be used probably 2 or 3 times in the game. And it looks like he's going to start the game in number 10, up against Payne Haas, who's been outstanding of late. And then we have Hudson Young. Hasn't scored for some time. I wonder if he's going to score in front of his home crowd. He has not scored for some time. But he's up against another giant in the game in Brendan Pearcora. And then you have Zach Hosking 12 up against Jordan Ricky. No doubt about it, Broncos have got a fairly giant forward pack. I mean, Canberra also have some giants, including Josh Papali'i and some big bench players too. Corey Horsburgh in the 13, but he won't be captain today, that's for sure. He was captain 2 weeks ago. Owen Paddy in the exchange. Patrick Carrigan up against Corey Horsburgh and Jordan Ricky up against Zach Hosking, who's had a pretty leapfrog year. Zach Hosking really done well with Canberra this year. Simi Sasagi, one of my favourite replacements, up against Kobe Hetherington and Morgan Smithies, number 16, and Ben Tolty for the Broncos. Atta Marietta, giant of a man. Well, talking about giant forwards. Number 17, Jaden Hunt in the Broncos. And the reserves are Matty Nicholson in the 18, Jesse Arthurs for the Broncos in the 18. And, of course, you have coaches, Ricky Stewart for Canberra Raiders. They're minor premiers. He's done well to get him there. No doubt about it. I'm just looking at some of the images on the free-to-air TV. Some of the guys have really done themselves up like green Viking Raiders, that's for sure. And Madge Maguire, the coach of the Brisbane Broncos, who 2 series ago won with New South Wales. So fantastic. In the state of origin. Pretty good coach, Madge, but Ricky Stewart, all that experience. The players absolutely adore Ricky. And it's going to, you would imagine it being a really good game. I hope it's a little bit open. I hope it's not as congested as that game last night where there weren't many tries in that first half, because we do every point's a winner, we do feature anytime try scorer, but we really want many tries scored. Besides, that's why I really want Canberra to get into the grand final, because they are such an entertaining team. They can score from anywhere in the park, and just the way they back each other up. Adversely, Broncos are pretty much the same. When they're on song, Broncos can do the same thing with the amazing Reece Walsh. And I'll tell you, since they've been missing Reynolds, I have to say this, that Ben Hunt has done an extraordinary job. He was a hot and cold player when he was with St George, but going back to the Broncos, he's excelled in this back half of the year. Thanks for joining us. If there's Steve Lammy online, I've got a feeling if he had the choice, he'd be down in Canberra. Steve Lammy, a local of Canberra and a big fan of Canberra. A big hello to you, to all the regulars listening, and to those who aren't, do yourself a favour, because we've still got a few games to call until we reach the grand final. Hit like, subscribe. If you don't like, I want to hear about it. If something you can add, constructively, whatever. If you don't like, just write them in the comments. I can't get back to you now, but I will do it verbally. I've got it on a 6-second slowdown, so because I'm really focusing off the free-to-air TV. She's a small TV too, in comparison to what they have at the club next door. But I'm sure they wouldn't let me take all my equipment in there, the 3 computers, 1, 2, 3, and with my headphones. They might enjoy it. I'm a bit of a local next door, but I don't think they'd really like it somehow. I could ask them if I could do it one time, but somehow, unless there's backing from them, I certainly wouldn't do it. I like the privacy of my own little home studio here. We've done really well on the tip this year with anytime try scorer, and let's hopefully we can get a few collects up here. I'm just trying to see. I've definitely backed Ethan Strange, as you know. Katoni Staggs, we've got him. He's been one of our prolific try scorers this year. Let's see who else we've got here. We have. There's an interesting thing on the TAP. It's called Megapod. If you have a $5 3-legged multi, it's really got to be over the odds. You go into a big draw or something like that for 500,000. Well, wouldn't that be nice? I'd be able to get a brand new studio. Fantastic. Let's see who else we've got. We've got Brendan Piacora, the big giant. Staggs. So they're the 2 we have for Broncos. We've got Tom Starling. It's been outstanding this year alongside of Ethan Strange. Sebastian Chris, this is the game he hasn't scored. He used to be a prolific try scorer with Hudson Young, but I'm expecting him to turn it around today in front of his home crowd. He's a giant of a man on the burst. He's lethal near the line. And Simi Sasagi is the natural pick, and is a great, great player. If he could get a run in the normal side, I think it wouldn't. A couple of times he has started, but he's a lethal bench player. So we are only, what time we're kicking off? 4:05. We're only about 14 minutes away. Thank you for joining us here on Every Point's a Winner. We didn't have great success with that second game last night. I couldn't snag anytime try scorer, and I had about 4 players running, just no luck. I did have Mark Nwanganitawazi to go in twice, and it looked like he was going to break away down the sideline, do a little chip kick, and it didn't quite work off. Had he put a big kick infield and run around the outside of the player that looked like he was going to tackle him, and eventually did tackle him, I think it would have ended up in success for both of us. But Easter gone, and Bulldogs, they look gone as far as I'm concerned going forward. The Bulldogs have got 3 players in moon boots, and their most important player, their captain, Steve Crichton. He's got to have more scans. He had crutches and moon boots on. There was another player there. But anyway, going forward, I think their season is done and dusted. For all you mad Canterbury supporters, that's the harsh truth. Injuries have played a massive part in 3 or 4 of the sides, and Warriors have also been kicked out now. They tried their hearts out, but Penrith, very professional. If I was any of these sides going forward, I'd be really worried about Penrith. They looked like precision surgeons. They went in, they did what they had to. There wasn't that many mistakes from them. And I thought one of my favourite players, Lindsay Smith, had an outstanding match. But anyway, the kicking game from Cleary was sublime and caused all sorts of headaches for the Warriors. But hats off to the Warriors. They did an amazing job to come this far and to get to the playoffs with losing Luke Metcalf and Richard Barnett, one of the representative players for Australia and the state of origin. So, and they lost Rocco Berry, only another coming back from injury. They lost him again, and 2 or 3 other injuries that I cannot think of at the moment that made a big difference to them going forward. Just on the free-to-air TV at the moment, they're interviewing Payne Huss. He's a giant of a man alongside of Thurston there. But we're not too far away from a kickoff. We've got the audio being recorded on the little MacBook, the camera, YouTube we've got going, and we have the stats here for the try scorers, and it's really important for me to make sure if there's any new numbers coming on, because I'm getting no assistance here of who's coming on and who's going off. It's all visionary from the free-to-air, and if I see a number that I don't realise is on there, I'll have a quick look here, and we have the NRL.com website guide to tell us who's coming on as a replacement through the interchange. So Josh Pa'ali'i, he probably won't play the full game, I would imagine. You've got enough players to come on there like Morgan Smithies and Ati Mariotta, and I think there'll be a bit of a shift between Josh Pa'ali'i. He'll be bringing him on and off, I'd imagine, as well with Joseph Tarpany. I think Tarpany will get a bit more of a run in this match. I think you'll need him on the pitch a lot more. Let's have a look here. Reece Walsh, can he back up? He's had 2 brilliant games in a row. Can he do 3 big games in a row? The weather is absolutely brilliant down at Canberra. I'm not quite sure what the temp is down there. We can have a quick look. That doesn't look like there's any wind either, so it's perfect for finals football. Let's just have a quick look at the weather in Canberra. I need to get this sorted out. I'm getting all sorts of interference coming through. There's headphones. All right. We'll get a nice little play on the wire here. Fogged and sunny. That was with Penzas, but let's go to Canberra. Oh, geez, it was cold overnight, 1 degree to 19. Fogged and sunny. And the wind, it is, well, actually feels like 7.8, so it's still got a little bit of a chill factor down there in Canberra, but it's 16 degrees at the moment, so it hasn't quite reached the peak of 19 degrees as they predicted. Northwest winds 37 kilometres an hour, and so there is a little bit of a breeze. They'll have to watch out for that, and may the best side win anyway. We're tipping Canberra here. Of course, Scotty would have been tipping Broncos. And it'd be interesting if he gets away from work to go and see the game. And I think we will see Scotty at the game on Facebook at some stage. All right, so we've got this here to help us, NRL.com. And the game is only a few minutes away now. And so who are you tipping? Is it going to be a surprise victory to the Broncos over the minor premiers? Has that week off helped them? We'll soon find out. And I think it definitely helps players that have got niggling injuries anyway. But I really think the only question you have to ask as far as Canberra is concerned, the young players, is there enough, have they had enough experience in finals? No, they haven't. But is there enough momentum going forward for them to overcome their nerves? They might be a little bit nervous early. This is a game you don't really want to lose. You want to win it and have that time off before you get into the grand final. But we haven't reached the prelims yet, so we're good on you, mate. Get a new Harley, give it a rev. It's unbelievable. We've got the door open here a little bit, just a little bit of breezing, but along comes the noise. And Sunday, on a good day, you'll get the rev heads. They're all going around in circles. All right, Tom Starling, I'm predicting to have a big game as well. I think he's had an outstanding year. I'm sure the crowd's going to go berserk when Josh Partey takes one of those first hit-ups up. Jamal Fogarty's kicking game is going to be of vital importance. Dean Mariner's back on the wing there for the Broncos. Gimad Shibasaki, after his sacking from ill discipline, and that's fair enough too. If you're going to turn up a bit under the weather for training, or Madge being a professional coach is not going to put up with that. Anyway, Josiah Karapani is on the wing, and he's up against another guy that I've got a big rap on in Savelli Tamale, KO Weeks. Now, he has inventiveness. One of the best tries I saw this year from KO Weeks was with a little chip over the top. It reminded me of the old Stevie Mortimer and Hughes days. But the little chip over the top, the regather in torrential rain, and it was up against Ryan Pappenhausen, and he regathered. It was one of the best tries that KO Weeks scored this year. He needs to get involved a lot as well. And up against Reece Walsh, he also needs to keep an eye on Reece Walsh, like an Egyptian pharaoh. Keep an eye right on him. Okay, Katoni Staggs is another outstanding player. Usually, if Katoni Staggs and Reece Walsh both lift, there's no doubt about it, the whole team for Broncos lift. And however, I still think pound for pound, Canberra should be favourites as they are. If you like value, you can take head to head, $2.15 they're paying now, the Broncos, but we'll see what happens. We're not that far away from kickoff. They're just showing some old archival footage when Laurie Daly and the boys and Ricky Stewart and Mel Meninga won the grand final. And now it looks like they're going to do the Viking claps very shortly. We haven't seen any images of the boys in the dressing sheds at this stage. They're just showing a lot of old archival footage. So who else have we got in the centres here? Matthew Timoko. He's a really hard player to catch as an anytime try scorer. It's not your prolific try scorer, whereas Katoni Staggs usually scores, if not every match, every second match. Dean Mariner's a little bit like that as well. Ben Hunt hasn't scored forever and a day. Jamal Fogarty, as I said, with not too much of a win down there at the moment, he should have a really good kicking game. It's all up to him. If his kicking game is on, then Canberra will be advantaged by that. Patrick Carrigan is an absolute work animal in the forward pack there. he is the captain today. And, of course, Joseph Tarpany is the captain for Canberra. He does remind me of a good mate of mine called Glenn. And Glenn's got a big smile on him, and hopefully Tarpany has a big smile on him after this. But if you like the Broncos, there's no bias calling here at every point's a winner. I just want the best side to win this and to go forward in the competition. The other one will have to come out and fight back. Simple as that. And they're just having a little bit of a overhead view of the field. The field looks absolutely stunning. There's so much green machine in the audience there. Oh, there's a big section of Broncos fans. Not as big as the green machine fans, that's for sure. Jordan Ricky is a big monster. Zach Hosking, a little bit more compact. They're up against each other. Hudson Young, well, the strange thing is that now they're showing Broncos. They're getting ready. They're getting psyched. Pats on the back. Big hugs. And it looks like Canberra's ready to come out. So we're not too far away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. We try and do the best to give you some of the best tips here. We've had a very successful year with the anytime try scorer having at least 4 try scorers, but 2 standouts. One is the main banker, one is the second banker, and starting mainly with 2 legs with both sides of the fence, both first banker and second banker. And then we've had the 3-leggers. We've got many of them up this year, and Ethan Strange has been a part of that. And, of course, he's in a few of the 3-leggers we put on today. We didn't have that many multis. We mainly spread the 2 try scorers for Broncos and 3 try scorers for Canberra Raiders. So the big huddle with Reece Walsh and Shibasaki. Ben Hunt looked like he was grabbing his groin there. That'll be interesting if that goes. Maybe he was just adjusting himself. Rightio, we're not too far away. The players are about to run out, and I'm sure the Viking clap will start shortly. Thanks for joining us on Every Point's a Winner. So, as I said before, if you haven't already subscribe. Because we've got many good tips to come over the following weeks. We're not that far away, and on come the Broncos in their away Guernsey of white and maroon shorts. And there's Payne Haas, number 10. And there's Joseph Tarpany just slowly getting the Raiders together. He's looking psyched, but you can tell there's a level of anxiety at this moment in time. The crowd will go ballistic when they come out, and we're not too far away. Joseph Tarpany. There's a Viking. Josh Hodgson is going to play the big. These bikies doing laps of this entire Hurstville block. Pains in the asses. Talking about Payne Haas, pain in the arse. Hopefully he has a good game too. The big Viking club has started, and the Viking horn has played, and Joseph Tarpany brings the boys out. We're not too far away from kickoff. Just going to adjust myself here, unlike Ben Hunt. I'll still to Ben Hunt. Right, there's big Josh Patali'i, and he's wearing this time he's wearing a little bit of a headband, or should I say a hairband, and he's got his hair tied back. Big Josh, number 8. I wonder if they'll kick the ball to him. And aren't they giving him a rousing reception here? Phenomenal. Big Josh. And Ashley Klein is our referee. He's going to check with both touch judges, and within 30 seconds or so, he's going to blow the whistle, and it's going to be game on. So best of luck, people. May the best side win. And thanks for joining us on Every Point's a Winner. Hopefully you've tuned into the game and you have your volume down. And off goes the ball and kicked straight to Joseph Tarpany. And who's he give it to? Josh Pa'ali'i on the 10-metre mark. Brought down there. And running out of dummy half, it looks like Starling. And that's a good little run from Starling. And, geez, making a lot of ground here. Hang on. He's called it back. Geez, I hope he... What's happened here? Don't tell me he's given Broncos a penalty. Just wait a second here. That's got to be interference. Oh, no. He hasn't played the ball properly. That's not good. So Broncos are on the attack in pretty much close to the red zone of Canberra Raiders. A bad play the ball there. He wanted to play it really quickly. They were making that much ground. And the man with the whistle, Ashley Klein, certainly put the Raiders on the back foot. Now, as we get closer to the camera here, it looks like number 8 there for the Broncos, Corey Jensen, is only about 15 metres out from the line here. Bursting through, Payne Haas with a flip to Reece Walsh. They need to tackle here, Canberra, but they've kicked it straight into one of the Canberrians' hands, and it looks like they've knocked it on. Ben Hunt put the little chip through. There's Madge. Was it a knock-on from Canberra? Oh, it's come off. Looked like it come off Jamal Fogarty's hand. Dear, oh dear. They'll get the ball back here again. So it hasn't been the best of starts for Canberra, although they got the kick-off. Everything's gone the Broncos' way at the moment. Ben Hunt feeding the ball. Rightio. Broncos, and that looks like Dean Mariner coming in for the run. They're only about 3 metres out from the line here. They're not going to break Josh Pa'ali'i's defence. That's the second tackle, 2 metres out from the line. Good. Cool. Big run here from Broncos, and they might have got over. Looks like Brendan Piakura, is it? No, it's Tony Staggs might have got over. Can't see the number. I think Tony Staggs has just burst through on the burst. Yes, it is. Tony Staggs is over, so there's one of our legs. But what a try on the burst. Everything has gone. Someone come up early. Who from Canberra came up early? Oh, no, don't tell me it was Savali. Someone came up early, but no one was going to stop Tony Staggs. Talk about psyched. Pass from Billy Walters, Reece Walsh, onto Tony Staggs. Jamal Fogarty could not hold him up, and he burst straight through Zach Hosking. It's not great defence from Zach Hosking, but Tony Staggs on the burst, you try and stop him. What a lethal player Tony Staggs is. And that's why he's been one of our anytime try scorers for a long while. Not the desired start for the Raiders, and that might have taken a bit of oomph out of the fans. But what a start. It was Tom Starling who got snagged. It looked a little bit like Ethan Strange. They look very similar, but anyway, it went against them, and Canberra a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. And they got the goal that was right in front. So it's 6-0 at this stage to the Broncos. 6-0. And Tony Staggs has crossed over. And you could have got about 5-2 about Tony Staggs. Will that give them resolve? It'll Broncos don't need confidence like that. And the very thing that I said was Tony Staggs and Reece Walsh lift, the whole side lifts. And he's been outstanding the last 3 or 4 weeks. That looks like the captain, and Carrigan has a run from the kickoff. He brings it back. A little bit of a run there from Piakura. And they're only about 13 metres out from the line on the second tackle. Canberra's going to have to come up with a big set of 6 here without giving away a penalty. And Broncos move it up to a driving tackle from Josh Papali'i. Lucky the guy's got a head left. Now they got to the 30, but it's only the 4th tackle. That's Shibasaki, is it? No, it's Payne Huss. The shadows are creeping onto the ground. And in with a kick, Ben Hunt. Where is it going? It's gone all the way back to KO Weeks. And KO Weeks brings it nearly to the quarter-way mark of Canberra's half here. So after the 30, a little bit of a run from, is that Hoskins? I keep on showing different camera angles, so I just got to call what I see. And that's Tamale going for a little bit of a run. And they're up to the 40-metre mark here, Canberra, pressing on. Some solid defence from Ben Hunt, along with Jensen. A little bit of a run there from, it looked like Ethan Strange, as they kick the ball down towards Broncos on the 5th. And that looks like Shibasaki, is it? Not getting really good camera angles on these players at the moment. Taking it up, Billy Walters, is it? On slipping over there is Billy Walters, actually. At dummy half is Shibasaki. And they're at the 30-metre mark here, Broncos. Canberra's got a lot of work to do. Corey Horse with a really good tackle. And now the early kick on the 4th. Looks like a 40-20. It may be a 40-20 from Reece Walsh. I think it is. God, everything's going Broncos' way. They're turning everything into magic. From that one little fast play the ball from Canberra. Oh, what a 40-20 that is. Dear, oh dear. Reece Walsh is very good at the 40-20. One he's on song. And a big run there from Payne Huss. They're up to the danger zone here in the 10 metres out. Looks like Jensen pushing it through there. Corey Jensen. It was Jordan Ricky with the headgear. And they spin it out here. They need to be careful, Canberra. He's passed it inside and someone's gone over. He's gone forward, though. It went forward to Shibasaki. And finally a decision after Ashley Klein pulled up Canberra, which led to all this momentum going to Brisbane. And that 40-20 has just been snuffed out, luckily. Little sidestep there, but one of the passes was forward inside. Jamal Fogarty with a tap. Ricky Stewart, of course, is up chewing gum, and he needs to be a little bit concerned because they need to regain a little bit of momentum here, Canberra. Running in there is Ethan Strange, the dummy half. And that is Starling now, goes to dummy half. They're up to halfway, Canberra. Nice deep run by KO Weeks. KO Weeks has got them all on the back foot here. That was a lovely run. He's made about 15 metres and taking the ball down. Oh, what's Strange doing? He's got to be really careful. It's Joseph Tarpany, Corey Horsburgh, Zach Hosking looking for someone up on the inside, but there was no one there. Pushing forward is the big red Corey Horsburgh. They got 6 more because there was a hand in there. And they should get another 6 more. Joseph Tarpany pushing hard. Tried to get the loose hand there. They're only about 7 metres out, Canberra. Really need to score. Oh, Horsburgh's been smashed and he's lost the ball. That's a solid tackle. Wow. And it was by Jordan Ricky. He hit Corsbury like a house of bricks. And he's got more tattoos than a tattoo parlour. Oh, I can't exactly see where the knock-on is. Anyway, there goes Canberra's raid, snuffed out temporarily, and Ben Hunt will feed the scrum for the Broncos 10 metres out from their own line. Big run there. That's like Shibasaki, was it, with the hammy guards on as they run into the shadows. A big run there by number 2 for the Broncos, Josiah Karapani. And nice and deep Broncos here, but fairly good defence from Canberra. They probably didn't expect a start like this, where all the momentum is with Broncos. Reece Walsh having a fairly substantial role so far. One of the turnover. Someone's knocked it on, have they? It was either a forward pass or a knock on. We can't see. Is there going to be a challenge? Penalty for dissent. Ben Hunt having a go at the ref here. It looked like it travelled forward there on Ben Hunt. Is looking at. We won't say what he said to the ref, but it wasn't good. Good kick from Jamal Fogarty. Now Canberra need to spin this game around on its head quickly. 6-0 behind. They really haven't had a chance to attack apart from their last set of 6, which ended up in a massive hit on Corey Horsburgh. Going in there is Ethan Strange, and that looks like Hudson Young. Hudson Young to play the ball. Strange. Oh, nearly through the gap there. K.O. Weeks was there with Zach Hoskins. K.O. Weeks. K.O. Weeks nearly got through here. He's only about 3 metres out from the line. He's a lot stronger than what you think. It took all the might from Billy Walters to bring him down. On the burst here is that Tarpany. He's only about 2 metres out from the line. Canberra's throwing everything at them. There's a bit of a gap if they spin it left. Sebastian Chris coming through. Is it Hosking? Who is it? Is it Horsburgh or Hosking? I can't see. Number 11 has gone over for Canberra. Hudson Young. No way. Wow. The two things I noticed, both Sebastian Chris and Hudson Young, they've only scored 1 try since the State of Origin series. And what a beautiful little kick there. It was it Fogarty who did the little kick? Yes, it was. Hudson Young flying through like a rocket. They only had to go that side because Brisbane was short on that left-hand side, and that's what was targeted. And Hudson Young used to score those tries all the time. They're back in the match as expected. And I did say to you in the little preview we had before the game, usually when he does score, it'll be in front of his home crowd. And I wonder if he's going to strike back like Sebastian Chris. And what a lovely little set piece there by Huddo Young, who hasn't not scored since the State of Origin series, where he really was benched and he didn't get much of a run in the series and just didn't have the best series ever. But that was a lovely piece of work. I thought they could have even scored just with hands because they had Broncos outnumbered, but great handling by Huddo Young. They keep on showing the replay now. This should be a fairly easy kick for Jamal Fogarty. He's fallen over himself there in his little try celebration. There's Ethan Strange, number 6. Now, Jamal Fogarty, he snapped it right between the post. And it's 6-all. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. And what a nice hit back from Canberra. It was a strange start to the game. Canberra got the ball, and within their first set of 6, they were ruled that there wasn't a proper play the ball from either one of their 5/8 and it ended up going all Broncos' way from that moment in time. But that's a good hit back, and I'm sure that's going to bring the crowd back into it. 6-all. Now the kickoff after the commercial adverts on the free-to-air, and big Josh Pa'ali'i, received by Corey Jensen and also the captain, Captain Carrigan. Big backslam there from Katoni Staggs on one of the Canberra Raiders. Josh Pa'ali'i's blowing, but he's psyched. They got a penalty here, and they will make a lot of ground. Oh, someone's led with the elbow there. Is that Shibasaki? He's led with the elbow. Can't quite see him. Ricky yelling some instructions, and Jamal Fogarty will try and gain a little bit more ground here. Big kick from Jamal Fogarty. That's got up to halfway. Rightio. Corey Horsburgh seems to have more red in his hair than ever as he dyed it as well. Canberra get the ball. Big Josh Pa'ali'i takes it just over halfway here on the first tackle. Strange in the dummy half. Yeah, that's actually Tom Starling. Starling in a dummy half again. They're up to the 40 metres line, nearly to the 30. Big run by Corey Horsburgh. Hold the ball this time, sir. Big run by Corey Horsburgh. They're making massive ground here. Big Josh Pa'ali'i still gets the ball out to Strange. Now keeping the ball alive here. And it looks like KO Weeks with his flailing hair. They get up to the 20-metre mark, inside the red zone now. Ethan Strange passes it out, gives it to Huddo Young. Has he gone back to Strange? Strange take it himself. Strange nearly got him there himself. Wow, what a run from Ethan Strange. They're saying he lost the ball, are they? There could be a challenge here. He's not happy, Ethan Strange. He nearly went himself. Huddo Young gave it out to Strange. Then he's done a left sidestep, a right sidestep. And there where Reece Walsh grabbed the ball, pulled it down, it eventually popped out. So I guess they didn't challenge it. That was a chance gone begging. It was late in the tackle count, though, but he nearly scored himself, Ethan Strange. Good tackle there by Jamal Fogarty. Broncos working it out of their 12-metre mark here, pushing Dean Mariner back with a big tackle, Corey Horsburgh. He's psyched up today with Joseph Tapani. And they're only on the third tackle, and they're really 13 metres out from their line here. Broncos, good run by Katoni Staggs. And now they're over that 30-metre mark. It looks like, is that Carrigan with a big run? Up to the 40, last tackle. And this time Reece Walsh puts in a massive kick, but there's no pressure. It goes straight down the gullet of KO Weeks. Good catch. KO Weeks in his own half here. Fogarty in the dummy half. Oh, nice run there. Can't quite see. Is that Tapani? No, Jamal Somali. And they're nearly up to halfway here. Don't tell me that's a bad play, the ball. From the kid. Savali. Oh, dear. You don't want to invite 5 areas to 2. Oh, he just dropped it totally. That's not a bad decision. That's just mate, come on. And that's what I was talking about, that level of experience. How much is that going to hurt them in this game? That's the question. Rightio. So right on halfway or just into the Raiders territory here, Broncos have the ball. So big run from Dean Mariner. God, he's run about 15 metres there. Must be hard to stop. He's carrying on with Savali there. Broncos steady nice and deep. And number 12, Jordan Ricky, has a run with that headgear. Broncos only about 30 metres out here. Now only 15 metres out from the line on the second tackle. They've made a massive amount of ground. Canberra just standing there. They need to be a little bit more fleet-footed and push forward in one line, because Broncos are in the 10-metre red zone here. Ben Hunt running all around. He's looking for Katoni Staggs. But Staggs is wrestled to the ground by Horsburgh and Ethan Strange. They're about 3 metres out from the line here. Cut out past the Carrigan. Carrigan tackled by Hosking there. And they need to be careful here. Broncos heading wide. Oh, that's a forward pass. Surely they haven't let that go. One of those passes was forward from the Broncos. That is ridiculous. No, you're kidding. Reece Walsh, a metre out. Who's gone over here? He's going to have a look at it. There's bodies everywhere. Is it Peter Cora? I can't see who it is. Someone with a moustache anyway. Who is that? He's dug in deep and he hit the leg of another player. You can't do that. I don't think you can do that. It was Corey Pikes. He's done that before. He's hit the leg of the player that was playing the ball. No, that had to be a penalty to the disallowed try anyway, and Canberra getting the ball. I'm glad that wasn't allowed, because you just can't use your own player to barge over like that. Canberra have the ball as the Shadows go halfway across the field here. Hado Young with a nice run. Big run from Sebastian Chris. And like to see a little bit more of him into the game. And Corey Horsburgh, what's going on here? Everyone just stood there waiting for the whistle to blow. Kyo Weeks, they're into Broncos territory here, but they're 30 metres out. That looks like a nice kick from Ethan Strange. Enough pressure on Reece Walsh, but he took it lovely. And caught by Sebastian Chris 5 metres out from his own line. And that's Dean Mariner lifted up in a tackle there. And Josh Pa'ali'i drove him back into the ground. They're only 12 metres out from their own line on the third tackle. Good defence by Canberra here. Oh, Shibasaki's lost it cold. And coming up with the ball, he's going to say a double knock-on, first knock-on Broncos. Shibasaki passed a little bit hard to him, whoever threw the ball. It was Billy Walters at a dummy half. And he's in that shaded area you can see he took his eyes off the ball. And that's what happens. You young players that play the game, you take your eyes off the ball to look where you're running. You're going to drop it 9 times out of 10. It's happened all finals weeks so far. Oh, lovely little set play here. Is that Ethan Strange flying for the line? Oh, he's a monster, Ethan Strange. With that sidestep, he's so elusive. But there was a beautiful set play. Someone's jumping out of dummy half there. We can't quite see who that is. He's only 3 or 4 metres out from the line. Now the big fella. Is that Tarpany? It is. He's still on there at this stage. As I said, I think he's going to get more game time. And now, with a short pass here, someone's on the burst. There was a few players coming up early there for the Broncos. They're 1 metre out. Horsburgh to Fogarty. You won't do it going through the forwards, bro. You got to spit it out. Nice little kick through here. And Sebastian Chris. Isn't it ironic? Sebastian Chris, he scored a try for Canberra here. What a nice little kick through. I don't know whether it was Fogarty or who it was, but they've scored many a try in Canberra like that. Hudson Young going off. I'm suggesting Canberra have got all the momentum here in more ways than one. A beautiful little kick. I don't know whether it was Ethan Strange or who it was. Let's see who it was. It could have been Starling or it could have been Hudson Young. Fancy Hudson Young putting in the kick. Oh, he's done the little the Aboriginal throwdown there. Nice little post celebration. That is Hudson Young with a kick to his best mate Sebastian Chris. Yes, and he was one of our try scorers because the question on my lips was, do I put in Hudson Young or Sebastian Chris? Sebastian Chris was only scored once in the last 7 or 8 matches. He did have a little bit of an injury, but he always plays well in front of his home crowd. But what a little kick from Huddo Young. He is growing in stature in this game. And Sebastian Chris, I love the post-celebration there, stomping on the ground and throwing his woomera or whatever he was wearing there. Great try to Sebastian Chris. And that's our second anytime try scorer. Raiders leading 10-6. Thanks for joining us. We did mention the players we had to score, and I can't remember who I had in the doubles, but that's a good way to start to get Katoni Staggs and Sebastian Chris. Rightio, 10-6. This is another important kick to put them 6 points in front. It's virtually in the same position where Huddo Young scored. He doesn't miss too many of those. Jamal Fogarty straight between the posts. 12-6. Thanks for joining us here on Every Point's a Winner. If you leave something in the chat, I will verbally get back to you if I get a chance. And as I said, I can't really take my eyes calling the game, take my eyes off this action. It's been a very, very interesting game, but it looks like the crowd are going berserk. Canberra on top, and that knock-on was very costly from Shibasaki. 12 points to 6, the kick-off to Canberra. It goes straight down into Savali's hands. And big Josh Patali'i is inspired now. He takes it up for the first hitter. And they're in their red zone, just out of their red zone now. And Canberra now getting a rest. It looks like Payne Huss has gone off. So we need to look for that replacement. Number 15 has come on. And that's Kobe Hetherington is on for the Broncos. A nice run from Corey Horsburgh. He's psyched after his one little mistake getting smashed in one of the tackles. Good run here from Huddo Young. He is lifted to another level in this game. Tom Starling at a dummy half. Big kick here. It looks like it's gone straight down the throat of Reece Walsh, though. He tries to put it on the sidestep, but he's tackled beautifully by Zach Hosking. And now Broncos have got to work it out from their 30-metre mark. Good tackle there from Jamal Fogarty. And it looks like they've got a penalty. Dear, oh dear. Zach Hosking went a bit too hard in the first tackle, and now he's been penalised for the second tackle. Thanks for joining us here. Got him a little bit hot. Got him Shibasaki just a little bit high there. And now they're going to get the ball on the halfway. The worst thing they can do here is invite Broncos back into the match, especially while they've got a 6-point buffer on them. And nice and deep here at Broncos. They're to the 40 now. Through the hands of Ben Hunt, he gives it to Katoni Staggs. Go back and play the ball, Katoni. Come on, Ethan, get up, bud. Oh, he got hurt there a little bit stunned. Katoni Staggs put his hand into his throat, and it's stunning him a little bit. But Ethan Strange is a tough bugger. We've seen him get hit with the hardest tackle I've ever seen get up and from a West player a couple of weeks ago. Now Huddo Young with a good tackle. They're only about on the third tackle, about 15 metres out from the line here. Corey Plakes goes in the dummy half. Someone, I thought he knocked the ball on there. Kobe Hetherington. Broncos searching for an answer. Big tackle there on number 11, Brendan Piakura. And they spin it wide. They got 6 again, though. Corey Horsburgh, Canberra going to have to defend hardcore here. Only 3 or 4 metres out the line. They're standing still. Brendan Piakura on the burst nearly scores. 3 metres out from the line. Big run from Kobe Hetherington. Third tackle. Spinning it wide here. Out wide, is that Dean Mariner? And Dean Mariner's gone over by the looks of it. They were found wanting. Is that Dean Mariner's try? Yes. Not the desired result after scoring Canberra that they've invited with that head-high tackle. There was a big gap out wide and they had a little bit of an overlap, and Dean Mariner's lethal when he's got space. He's exceptionally fast, and that's a good try, good hit back from the Broncos there. Not one single player around him, bar Ethan Strange coming over as a delayed reaction. And there you go. He was very happy, Dean Mariner, to score that. I think we chucked him in one of the doubles, but we definitely didn't have him as our deliberate anytime try scorer. But it is what it is, and we take what we can take today. Well, 12-10. You don't, they're such a good side, Broncos, you don't want to score a try against them and then invite them back into the match, and that's exactly what happened. Geez, Brendan Piakura's got some pace. He nearly went in himself then. And then they just have to, from that same set of 6, to spin it out wide. They're just showing the replay now to Dean Mariner. The one-handed put down. He's built like a track athlete, Dean Mariner. That's how quick he is. If you ever get him into the clear, it's good luck trying to catch him. An absolute athletic winger. Now, we only have 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Reece Walsh with a hard kick here. It's coming around, and he's got it. What a game this is, and this is the game I really wanted to see. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's a lot more exciting than the previous games we saw, where a lot of it was defence. This is really good for our anytime try scorers, that both of the teams are throwing it around, and they're both great attacking sides, and that's why they are where they are, first versus fourth. As they go to a commercial break, I don't think Ricky Stewart would have been happy with that. You can't give away little niggling penalties against a top side like the Broncos. 12 points all, with 12 and a half minutes left before the break. Let's see how we go here. Big run by Captain Carrington. And number 17 is now on for Atta Mariota, is wearing a headband as well for his hair, or a hairpiece. Hold that hair back. And the big set here, and a big run there from Jordan Ricky with his headgear on. Another big run there from number 15, Kobe Hetherington. Ben Hunt. They're just standing there. Move up on them. That's it. Broncos using the shadow here. And Billy Walter's still got the ball away. Puts a kick in here. Will they get another set of 6? So flying through is KOX. Oh, he's nearly picked the ball up there. Will they get another set of 6? No, no one played at it, was it? So it should be a handover to Canberra. No one actually played at the ball, so no, it was off the feet. And KOX was flying through, was it? Oh, that could have been fantastic for Canberra. But anyway, they got the ball, and it's they're into the 40-metre zone here of the Broncos. Oh, good tackle by Piakura, and also Katoni Staggs was in there. Nice run up there. Was that Strange? Can't quite see the number. It was Hutto. KO Weeks flying through out wide here. Is a Canberra player, but it's gone way too deep. Not the desired kick there from KO Weeks. Oh, well. Back from a tap here with a 7-tackle set. Broncos. You know, you're not going to score all your tries by the little kick through, you know, whether it be the 4th, 5th, or 6th tackle, you're going for those. You've scored 2 with Sebastian Chris and Hudson Young, but you're not going to continue to do that. Now Tarpany comes off. He's having a rest as Mariota came on. Good tackle by Mariota. And I'd imagine Josh Pa'ali'i would also be having a rest, the big man. They're up to the halfway Broncos. Need to be careful here, Shibasaki. And is that Billy Walters? Can't quite see. It is Shibasaki with the hammy guards on. And they're moving across to halfway here. Some of their big forwards, including Peakura, they're all there. Little chip through here, going to the wing of Canberra, and he caught the ball, and they've pushed him back into the try line of Canberra, and they're going to have to drop it out here. Big defence. They knew what they were doing, the Broncos. Big, strong defence there from Katoni Staggs, and they've dragged him back. They kept him up. And what a perfect plan. They didn't let him hit the ground, and they just pulled him back. Great strength also from Dean Mariner, joined in as well. Massive, massive dropout. Could have been Jamal Fogarty, but they're back to over the halfway already with a big run there from Kobe Hetherington. Now, run from Carrigan. Big hit up from Carrigan, twisted on his back. Also on for Morgan Smithy's on for Canberra. Making a break here. Walters, if he gives it to Peakura, he would have scored. He's thrown it just a little bit too hard. He made a beautiful break up the middle of the pitch. He's done a sidestep to get there. Oh, if that was Peakura, that's hurt me as much as it's hurt Canberra. As much as it's hurt Billy Walters. It looked like it came out of his hands, Peakura. That would have been a really good collect for us, and we may have got a substantial amount of money back for that one. Peakura is about 5 to 6 to 1. Penalty to Canberra. And Ben Hunt was the culprit. And now Jamal Fogarty needs to settle the game down a little bit. We've got 7 minutes of play left. Thanks for joining us here on Every Point's a Winner. Sebastian Chris taps the ball. Nice and deep Canberra here. KO Weeks goes for a run. It looks like Payne Haas is coming back onto the field. And Canberra working it down across halfway here on the second tackle. As long as they don't go off their game plan, Canberra here. Just nice running and passing here. That looks like Corey Horsburgh, is it? No, it's Zach Hosking. Zach Hosking takes it down to the 30-metre mark on the third tackle. Good set of 6 here from Canberra, but don't go for those little kicks again. You don't want to give them a 7 set of 6. Oh, nice run. Big tackle on Mariota by Peakura. Trying to get through. He's through. This is a fantastic try from him. Is that KO Weeks? KO Weeks has scored, ladies and gentlemen. He saw there was a gap there in the defence, and no one expected him to go into dummy half, and he had a little jink to the right, little jink to the left, and KO Weeks has scored under the post. That's got to hurt Broncos going into half-time. Have a look at this. Good run from Mariota, driven into the ground by Brendan Peakura. But look at this. It was KO Weeks, saw the gap. Broncos found really wanting on the right-hand side of the post, but no, he got it was passed to him by, was it Ethan Strange that passed it? Tom Starling. Tom Starling saw that KO Weeks had come up for a run, and KO Weeks, with all his football brain and intellectual, he's feigned to run right and then jinked back to the left, and that gap opened up a little bit more, and he went straight over. What a fantastic try. KO Weeks has made Jamal Fogarty's task and he ever so easier. Just that little jink. He feigned to run right, and not even the opposing fullback could get him there, Reece Walsh. There was a massive gap there. Few of the forwards were a little bit tired, and KO Weeks is going to make you pay every day for it. You have to, his elusivity off his feet. He's unbelievable. He's compact to the ground, and just the way he'll kick left or right, you don't know which way he's going to go. I mean, Reece Walsh has got that ability as well, but KO Weeks is exceptional coming off a standing start like that. And by doing that, a lot of the players were shifting in defence, and that gap opened up even more. It's fantastic. Well, now they've got that 6-point buffer. There may be enough time for another try for the Canberra Raiders. They could gain some ascendancy if they put another try on them, but there may only be about 4 minutes left. Yeah, 4.5 minutes left after the kickoff, down to Canberra, and it goes straight down into Savali's hands. Big run by Mariota. Big hit up. Takes them to the 30. Well, actually, only takes them to the 15-metre mark. Now they're the 20-metre mark. It was a nice deep kickoff. And who is that? Is that Corey Horsburgh back on? Can't quite see. Yeah, Corey Horsburgh. Nice hit-ups here from Canberra. Is that Zach Hosking? Who is that, number 11 for Canberra? Yeah, Hado Young takes it up. So far, he's had a brilliant game. Early kick here on the 4th. Where's that going? It's gone very deep. It may go too deep. Oh, no. Was he going for a 40-20 Jamal Fogarty? What the hell was that? Now they're going to get from a 0 tackle, 7 set. 7 tackle set here. Not the desired result. Well, big run for Katoni Staggs. God, he's strong as an ox. Brisbane down to the halfway. They're only on the 2nd tackle because of the 0 restart. 0 tackle restart. And now they're across the halfway here. Broncos brought down there. And a big run by Payne Haas, who's back on. What a fantastic tackle by Zach Hosking. Cut his legs off. Now, getting to the 30-metre mark here. It looks like Ben Hunt's put a little chip through. There's no one back there. But KO Weeks has picked it up one-handed, and it looks like he's going to have to drop it out. Caught in his own try line here, KO Weeks. God, talk about ball security. There was none from KO Weeks. Look at the way he pulls it in here, one-handed. Oh, jeez. You wouldn't want to make a fumble one-handed. The guy is so skillful, it's amazing. But there's going to be pressure, and there's 2.5 minutes left. They're surely going to go for a massive dropout here. They have. They've gone over halfway. You don't want a short one and invite these big forwards back across your try line. Now, who is that who took it up? I need to see the number 16 for the Broncos. And Ben Tolte is on. Gets back slam there. Who's that? Payne Haas. What a tackle from Corey Horsburgh. They're down to the 40-metre mark here, the end of the 30. Oh, he's hurt, Payne Haas. Oh, this is bad signs. He can't put any pressure on his ankle. Bad signs for Broncos. Good tackle there from Zach Hosking. He's got through some work. And passing. Oh, that's an awful pass. He's gone back for his own horrible pass there. And Reece Walsh picks it up. and it's the fifth tackle. But he's trying to fake a penalty there, Reece Walsh. Just play the game, son. Big kick up and under here. Out to the wing. That's going to go out, I think. Hang on. Don't know what happened there. It's a restart. Now, is he going to challenge it? Got to be careful wasting a challenge. Don't know what's going on there. Payne Haas. You can see where he's twisting his ankle here. Ooh, that's not good. His ankle went underneath Hosking and Ethan Strange. It was actually Tom Starling. Now they are going to challenge it, are they? Dear, oh dear. I guess it's an important challenge because there's only about a minute and a half left. And the Broncos are trying to equalise. They're 6 points behind, 18-12. The Raiders here on top. Let's have a look at this decision, what they're looking at. They're looking at the kick from Hunt. Did it come off a hand? I don't think it was anywhere near his hand. No, that's missed him totally. This challenge should be thrown out. So there was no charge down there. But what happens in the next play? Is he already out? Or his foot's on the line. He's out. It's a wasted challenge here from the Broncos, surely. Now, Shibasaki's tried to push it in there. Payne has his back. He's limping, but he's okay. There was nothing illegal in that tackle. I don't know why they keep on showing it. But it is Canberra with the ball. So I think it might have been a bit of a wasted challenge there. Whether they keep their challenge, I don't know. We'll find out later on. Yeah, I think they wasted their challenge, actually. So Canberra have the ball. There's only about 55 seconds left. Big run from Corey Horsburgh takes it up to the 40-metre mark. And he's still limping, Payne Haas. He's going to have to get an injection in that foot at half-time. Oh, big run. And he's lost the ball, whoever it was. It'll be first knock on to Canberra. There won't be enough time to feed the scrum, I doubt it. And that'll be all she wrote for the first half. There's been 30 points scored, so this is the game that we wanted. Was Hudson Young. He ran with no ball security there, and it looked like a hand in there. There's 30 seconds, though. Are they going to do a set play here? They got one play, maybe two at max, the Broncos. Will they go for the up and under? Reece Walsh waiting at first off the ruck. Big kick here. Canberra's just going to... Yeah, they've knocked the ball on and it's gone out. Hang on. What's going on here? There's 16, 15 seconds left. What happened to KO Weeks there? They're tapping the ball. This is ridiculous. 13 seconds left. Canberra need to tackle their hearts out here. A little chip through. It's gone out to the wing to Mariner, has it? And that'll be the half-time, surely. 3 seconds left. One last chance. Katoni Staggs brought down with the ball. No, they're still spinning it out. Brisbane's still going. The half-time hooter's gone. Oh, my God. That can't be. Surely he's held up the Bronco player. Can't see who it is, but he has not got the ball down. He's held up, and that's half-time, surely. They're going to have a look at it, are they? Does he replant the ball? Not at any stage. I know the face. He's definitely never, ever got the ball down. Was it Ben Toldy? I don't know who it was. But anyway, you you Broncos fans will know who it was, but there was no number there. And a nice little talking to at halftime from Jamal Fogarty. He's giving a lot of instructions. I thought his decision to go for that 40-20 was a little bit risky, but because it could have worked against them. Hudson Young, just with a tiny little Oh, he's not limping, not as much as Payne Haas. I reckon Payne Haas will be injected at half time. Welcome to the game, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a fantastic game. 30 points scored. We've got two of our anytime try scorers up, so we need a few more. We've got Sebastian Chris and Katoni Staggs. We need a few. We need Ethan Strange, who looked like scoring twice. And then one time he lost the ball by doing too much. But he's had an outstanding game. KO Weeks, what a legend. And we're just going to have a little break here at half time. We'll come back just before they go back on the field, and we'll give you the latest stats on the NRL.com website to see the amount of possession and the top tacklers for this game. Thanks for joining us here. Axel Phillips will be back with the second half. May the best side win. And so far, it looks like the best side's leading. And they've got a little bit of work to do with the Broncos. And they had an outstanding first 5 or 10 minutes, but a great comeback from Canberra. Well, look at numbers one. All right. We are back to have a look at the stats. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here. Well, you all were in the room, but we're now coming back during the halftime break, and we're going to talk about the possession rate. Broncos had 57% possession over Canberra 43. Time of possession, 13 minutes and 53 seconds. That's got to improve for Canberra. 13 minutes and 53 seconds for Broncos. 10 minutes 11 for the Canberra Raiders. Completion rate, pretty good for the Broncos, 73%, 68. That's something the Canberra Raiders need to have a look at. So they're behind there. All runs meters, 738 to the Broncos, 664 to Canberra. Post-contact meters looks like fairly even here. 226 to Broncos, 214 to Canberra Raiders. Line breaks 3 to Broncos. That's a worrying sign, and one of those breaks nearly resulted in Broncos hitting the lead with Billy Walters throwing a crazy dummy, but throwing it too hard into P. Cora's hands, who dropped the ball. Only tackle breaks 19 for Canberra and 24 tackle breaks for Broncos. Average set distance 32 to 34, narrowly in front there, Canberra. Any other thing to notice here? Dummy passes, a lot more for Canberra, 14 to 8. And dropouts, forced dropouts, Canberra, it says here 2 to the Broncos. And I don't think that's right, is it? The forced dropouts for the Canberra. But anyway, it says 0. Now, effective tackles, 83% and 84% for Broncos, so 83%. It's fairly even. Ineffective tackles, 10 for Canberra. That's no good. But 9, so it's fairly even there. Missed tackles, 19 to the Broncos, 24 to the that's bad, a bad sign for Canberra there, but they are leading by the converted try. The negative play errors here, 8 to the Canberra Raiders and 5 to the Broncos. Ruck infringements 4 to 2 for Canberra Raiders. Now let's look at player stats and see who's leading the top tackling here. First, we'll look at the Raiders. Okay, a lot of work, I reckon, from Zach Hosking. He'll probably lead the way here. Joseph Tarpany, 21 tackles. Zach Hosking, 20. 24, Corey Horsburgh, Big Red. Any other notable tacklers here? Tom Starling, 19. Joseph Ali'i, 16. Jamal Fogarty, surprisingly high, 13. That's why he's barking instructions. And before they went off at half time. Let's have a look. So Big Red leads the way there. And for the Broncos, if we go to the top tacklers here for the Broncos, I'd imagine it'd be their captain. Corey Pikes, 25. Corey Jensen, 18. 14 to Payne Haas, 14 to Brendan Piakura. Jordan Ricky, 24 with a headgear. Patrick Carrigan, fairly high, usually leads the way, 21. Tyson Smoothie hasn't got on yet, has he? No. Kobe Hetherington, 10. And that's all you need to know about that. And the tries in the second minute to Tony Staggs, the 11th minute Hudson Young, and with a very similar try in the same spot to his mate Sebastian Chris in the 21st minute, 10 minutes later. Dean Mariner, beautiful try out to the flanks there in the 25th minute. Kaya Weeks in the 33rd minute. Jamal Fogarty has 3 from 3 and 2 from 2 from Reece Walsh. So we'll get back to the normal page here. So we're not that far off a restart for the second half. And, okay, so Mercury sunset. The Raiders all the way. Yeah, bro? The Raiders all the way. And is this the second half? It is indeed. The kickoff for the second half. And monstered in a tackle there. It looked like Jordan Ricky was whacked. And Hosking just twisting on the ground there. A decent run there from the Broncos, get them up to about the 40-metre mark. Marriotta's still on. And number 17 is on. Jaden Hunt is on for the Broncos here. They've still got some of their big players on there. Payne Haas has had an injection. He just did a 15-metre burst up the field on the 5th tackle. Now, a kick looks like from Billy Walters. It's gone down the throat there of Savali. He needs to hold the ball with a little bit more security, not one-handed stuff. They're caught in their own 10-metre mark here. What a big hit on Zach Hosking from the giant, number 17, Jaden Hunt. God, he's a big man. Savali, it looks like, went for another run with Fogarty. And Sebastian Chris, a good hitter. That's what they needed to get them up to the 30-metre mark. They're going to need a good kicker on the 5th tackle. Zach Hosking burst onto the ball here. Geez, Haas come on with a little bit of a elbow there to the face. And a good kick downfield here, but they need a good chase here. Will it go dead? It's holding up. That's a perfect kick for Canberra. And it's Reece Walsh doing a little bit of a skip and jump. And he's caught 18 metres out from his own line. Nice tackle there from Corey Horsburgh. They're about 15 metres out from their own line here. And another run there from, is that Payne Haas? No. It was number 2 for the Broncos, Joseph Karapani. Very dark complexions. Up to the halfway now. Broncos on the 5th tackle, trailing 12-18. They're running about 3 minutes into this second half. Nice take by Chris. Sebastian Chris puts the one. There. Oh, sorry, actually. Now Chris goes for the run. And Canberra trying to push over the 40 mark. Now there's the run from Chris. Good hit. Oh, lovely run out of dummy half there. Is that Ethan Strange? It's Tom Starling. Go, Tommy Starling. He's looking for players left, right, and centre. What a run from Tom Starling. He left them for dead. They're all just waiting there at dummy half. And he ran himself. What a beautiful play. They're not going to keep on scoring tries from kicks like that. Nice there from Ben Hunt, just in the field of play. You're not going to score your tries from kicks. At least get another set of 6. Dean Mariner takes it out of the danger zone. They're still in the red zone though. That's the 3rd tackle. What a run from Tommy Starling. One of his best injections in the game. To the 25-metre mark now. They're across the 30-metre mark. And then the big fella, Kobe Hetherington. Now the big kick that's gone straight down the gullet of the Canberran player there. Is that Zach Hosking? Can't see. It's number 5. It is the son of Stewart. Jed Stewart with one of his runs. Now they get up to the 30-metre mark here. I wonder if Tom Starling's going to pull another feather out of his hat. No one expected it, and he's a lot quicker than what you think, Tom Starling. Good defence there from Payne Haas. They're to the halfway on the fourth tackle. They were looking to have a set play, but Horsburgh couldn't get his hands clear in the ruck. And now the fifth play. Jamal Fogarty with a kick. It's a big one. Good chases this time. They're all onside. And pushing it back there. K.O. Weeks is looking for someone. K.O. Weeks needs to give it. If he gives it, he'll score. Can't get rid of the ball. So now Broncos are 4 or 5 metres out from their own line. That was perfect play from Canberra. K.O. Weeks was looking for someone, but he really couldn't find anyone. And he couldn't go himself. He was wrapped up in the end. And that was the sixth play anyway. Big tackle from Hosking. He's serving it back to the big fella there, number 17, who is Jaden Hunt. Got him back for that tackle on him previously. And now Broncos with an early kick here. And he's gone from 40-20. Has he? Has he got it or not? Can't tell whether that's a 40-20 or just a normal kick. They were just showing the tackle there on was Matthew Timiko. Massive hit. But also Hosking got him a beauty as well. Now, is this just the play the ball for Canberra? Yeah, it wasn't a 40-20 from Ben Hunt. And they'll play it just on the 30-metre mark in their own half. Thanks for joining us here on Every Point's a Winner. It's a very exciting match. Pushing downfield here is number 16 for the Morgan Smithies. And a good little run there from Mariota. Hold the ball, sir. Payne Haas coming in for the third man tackle. And again, he's found them wanting there, Tom Starling. Lethal at a dummy half. They're making great ground here. Sebastian Chris looking a little bit flat in defence here. Will they make them pay? Big run by Zach Hosking. Gets the ball out. Is that K.O. Weeks is looking to chime in? Not a good kick from the forward. What the hell are you doing, Hosking? What are you doing? That was not the desired result. You wanted another set of 6. No, that was a brain, well, let's say a brain fart from Hosking. He's had a massive game with his defence. Mariota, good tackle there on Dean Mariner. And now Billy Walters gives it out to Reece Walsh. There's a bit of a gap here that needs to be closed down. They're spinning it. Nice jinking run there. And the gentleman there, who was that? Number 2 with the luminous gear, getting through. Katoni Staggs, tackled at the last minute there by Hudson Young. Big kick, big up and under. Oh, Corey Horsburgh. Is that Jed Stewart? What a take by Jed Stewart. Nice take. It was into the sun too. He had the sun in his eyes, so it was a massive take. Now, the 30-metre mark has been reached by Canberra on the second tackle. And a nice little jinking run there. Is that Savali? A good hit up. And a nice hit up there from that Smithies. Going up the field here, Canberra's playing really well. Good run from Hudson Young. He's showing his team what they need to do. That's another 15-metre gain. Great young from Hudson Young. Big kick again. Bit of pressure here on Reece Walsh. Oh, it hasn't bounced, but it's gone straight into number 2's hands, Karapani. Out of dummy half, Billy Walters takes it down. Good defence. Oh, he missed him, though. Huddo Young. They've spun it wide here. Oh, he slipped over. Number 5, Dean Mariner, slipped over. He nearly got through the gap. Making good ground there. Captain Carrigan to halfway, but it is the 4th tackle. Good running here from Broncos, from nice and deep, but Mariotta's really good in defence, and Josh Aliki is back on the field. And a big kick up and under here. Let's see who comes up with that take. Is it Savali? Good take by Savali. Hold the ball, son, and play the ball properly. That's what you need. Moving up quick in defence at Broncos. What's happened there? He's interfered with Sebastian Christian to play the ball. Patrick Carrigan. Wet the whistle here. Oh, yeah. Could have, in any other given game in the round proper, that could have went against him. But it's been penalised, and I'm sure Jamal Fogarty will find a lot of ground here. He's made it not one of his best kicks, but he's put an extra 15 yards on them. A good take here from, is it a Hutto Young hitter? He gets up to about the 35-metre mark, nearly to the 40. And nearly getting through. Josh Pa'ali'i took two big forwards to bring him down, including Hetherington. And a good run there from Mariota. I'm surprised he's getting so much time. He's a fit dude, strong as an ox. He's done some big tackles in this game. Canberra pushing forward. Zach Hosking. He's done some work. He's going to sleep well tonight. Hutto Young pushing forward. Now getting back on the field as captain for Canberra. Hutto Young again. There was no need for that pass to Ethan Strange. What the hell? That was not on. Wasn't Ethan Strange's fault. Hudson Young gave him an impossible pass. Yeah. Ethan Strange had already overrun him. He would have scored if he'd stayed back just a little bit and hit the line at speed, but that was not the desired result. And that's 10 errors now to 5. You don't want to invite Broncos back into this match because they're going to keep on nipping at your heels. And now taking the ball up is that big Payne Haas to the 40-metre mark on the fourth tackle. Now, through a gap here is the big fella, number 7. That's 15, Kobe Hetherington. Looking dangerous, Broncos. They're spinning it wide here. There's a big gap out wide. There needs to... Oh, he knocked it on. He's thrown a late pass, Ben. Is it Benny Hunt? Who was it? It was Shibasaki. Oh, there's a fight. This time there's punches blown. We might send a few players sent from the field here. Something was said to Jed Stewart, maybe something about your father, or that's a bit nasty. We don't know what was said, but it looks like a mistake from the Broncos for starters. Now, Reece Walsh had found, and he passed the ball in and he knocked it on, whoever it was. The camera was too far away, so it was number 17, was it? Oh, Reece Walsh reacted so stupidly. That's got to be a penalty to Canberra, has it not? You do not react the way Reece Walsh did. And it was to Hudson Young, and he's got him around the throat. Oh, he's used his head. Mate, that could be a send-off from Reece Walsh. That is so ridiculous. It's exceptionally dangerous. They're having a talk to Hudson Young and Tarpany, Joseph. He's in the bin, Hudson Young. Now, why not Reece Walsh in the bin as well for his reaction? Tarpany's asking the question. What a controversial part of the match. If Reece Walsh doesn't get sent off here, the game is rigged. He's got to go. See you later. Bye, Reece Walsh. You got to go, mate. Stop arguing the point. You've been sent off. Yeah. 10 minutes each. Wow. 12 versus 12. What a crazy stage of the match. Hudson Young was just giving him a little bit of an elbow, but there's no need to react like that. So they're both off because it started a bit of a fight. You knew there'd be a bit of tension in this game. They don't like each other, these two sides. A lot of rivalry. A lot of rivalry. But when you've been sent, you don't keep on arguing. Oh, that's stupid. The immaturity of Reece Walsh, it's the only thing that I don't like about him. But the kid's young. And shamefully, they've let Broncos have the ball back here. On the first tackle, talk about pressure. Big Kobe Hetherington brought down 10 metres out from the line. Payne Haas, they need to watch him. He gets the ball loose here. So is that number 13? Or was number 3 for Broncos? Oh, he's thrown a forward pass there anyway, Ben Hunt. And Ethan Strange, listen, KO Weeks, who's with him? They're not going to stop him. Dean Mariner's coming across from the other side, but KO Weeks will score under the post. And then could be game, set, and match. KO Weeks has just possibly scored the winning try. I think Ben Hunt threw a wayward pass. We need to have a look at it again. And KO Weeks has scored under the post. That is amazing. If you've had KO Weeks to score 2 tries, get in the queue. That's a phenomenal 90-metre try. They're going to obviously have a look at it. Let's have a look here. What happens here? Is that Walters who threw the pass? Or it was Ben Hunt, I think. It looked like number 7. And you give KO Weeks off a standing start a little bit of a gap, and that's what he'll do to you. Dean Mariner took a little bit of ground off him, but he's had to give him a 15-metre start. Shows you how fast Dean Mariner is. I was only talking about in the preview, that little try where he kicked it over the top against Pappenhausen in that Melbourne washed out game, to me was one of KO Weeks' best tries this season. And one of the best individual tries this season was fantastic. Apart from the one, of course, that Mark Nwanganita scored with that impossible physics try down the sideline. But there you go. KO Weeks running virtually 95 metres to score that try. Just for a second, with the shaved hair on the side, I thought it was Ethan Strange. And I thought, no, hang on, Strange is very quick, but he's not that quick. And 22 points to 12. Broncos might have to go into sudden death stage if they don't fight back here. Straight in front for Jamal Fogarty. Can't believe I'm sucking tartare sauce down. A leftover tartare sauce from the seafood the other night. That's how desperate a man gets. Mercury here. George Allen, how are you going today? Yeah, thanks, George. Who is it? George Allen. Going very well, mate. I'm happy my tip is winning, but we need. I stood out Dean Mariner to score, and we need Simi Sasaki. I haven't seen him yet. We need Simi Sasaki, and we need Ethan Strange to go over to get a really, really good paycheck. And I don't think it's out of Ethan Strange's calibre to score in this match. There's still 25 minutes left. Big run from Josh Papali'i off the kickoff. And a good run here from, is that Chris? Can't quite see the number from this distance. It might have been Savali with the run. What's happened here? Has he knocked the ball on? Oh, no. What's going on with Carrigan here? Oh, that's a head clash. You might have lost a tooth. Oosh. Oosh. Is it Jordan Smithies? Yeah, Morgan Smithies. Oh. Oosh. That's, oh. How I thought that was out of. There's blood streaming out of Morgan Smithy's mouth. It split his lip and it might have taken a tooth out there. That's got to be an illegal tackle, has it not? A shoulder charge. Oh, could he get 10 minutes with an illegal shoulder charge? Sure. Yes, he's got 10 minutes, Carrigan. This has got to go in Canberra's advantage. Wow. You cannot use a shoulder charge the way he did and injure a player. I really respect Patrick Carrigan, and it's really unlike him to play like that. But Morgan Smithies might have even lost a tooth. There's a big run. Is that by Tom Starling? I can't see from this distance. Yep. And getting up past the halfway here into the 40-metre zone. Oh, Zach Hosking got back slammed there by Patrick Payne-Haas. Someone's asked to go to the bin because he's profusely bleeding after that shoulder charge to the mouth or to the body, and it slipped up into his head. Smithies is off. Coming on now is the player I wanted to see. Is that Simi Sasagi? Well, go Simi Sasagi. We need him to score next. He plays the ball, Simi Sasagi. There was tough. But he threw the gap here. Threw a little bit of a gap there. Was that Simi Sasagi? Ethan Strange putting it. He's in. Ethan's in. We get paid. Money in the bank. Thank you, Ethan Strange has gone in. That's a beautiful try to Ethan Strange. All he needs is a small gap and the footwork of the guy. He's going to win surely the Rookie of the Year. If not, he's going to win many awards of the year. And he's that far from catching. Look at this. What a beautiful burst by Simi. Is that Simi Sasagi? He just come onto the field, but look at this. Ethan Strange feigns off one leg, off the other, bang. Good night and money in the bank. He was our standout banker. And when you see Ethan go over that way, one of the best try scorers in the game, Ethan Strange. Thank you. Money in the bank. Look at that sidestep. It was nearly as good as, and even better than KO Weeks. And that's saying something. Well, Scotty wouldn't be feeling good at the moment, but this player has got the world in front of him. His whole family are fantastic sports people. And Ethan Strange, he saw that Jordan Ricky was a little bit out of position and he didn't have anyone on the inside, so he just chinked off that leg and went over. What a great try. Oh, he shanked the first of his loss. Misses here. Well, lucky they're 16 points in front now. Canberra Raiders look like going and having that. I think they'll get to the grand final. They're going to go to the prelims anyway, and they'll only need to win one more match to get to the grand final, yes. But this has been an outstanding effort from them. And they were shell-shocked at first because the referee found a mistake in the play the ball and Broncos put 6 points on them in the first 2 minutes. Oh, that's a bad mistake by Savali. Don't invite them back. You want a good set of 6 off the kickoff, and he just totally shanked it. He missed it. It's not good. But you've got to give the kid some encouragement. He was nowhere to be found there. Sebastian Chris should have pushed him out the way. It was a really good kickoff from Broncos, and now pressure. And then Ben Hunt to feed the scrum 10 metres out from the line. Canberra are going to have to tackle their hearts out here. Big run from, is that Billy Walters? Now, looking to break the line there. The Bronco. And Payne Haas can't get through there with Zach Hosking and Josh Partlee. He's only 3 metres out from the line. Another set of 6. Hunt, they've got one player less here. Oh, he's nearly gone through here. Try not to take my eyes off them. They're spinning it out wide here. They need to be really careful, Canberra. There's a bit of a gap. They're just waiting for the attack, but another set of 6. Goodness gracious. Just looking at number 14 is Tyson Smoothie's finally getting on. Savali's come off his wing there, and Sebastian Chris might have Jed Stewart or Sebastian Chris might have cleaned up there. And he's been tackled without the ball, has he? Yeah, Sebastian Chris, according to the ref, tackled him without the ball. Oh, that's a tough decision on Savali. Okay, another set of 6 for the Broncos here. Remember, they got one player less. There's 11 players there, and 12 players for Canberra and 11 players for Broncos. And running on the burst here is Patrick Carrigan. Corey Pakes at dummy half. Tries to throw a little jinking sidestep there, Billy Walters, but he's taken out by Tarpany and also Josh Pa'ali'i, about 4 metres out from the line. And there's that Corey Pikes passing the ball out here. They've got no answer to get through at the moment. They've got another set of 6. How'd they get that? God, they're making it hard. And nearly getting through. Was that Ben Hunt? I can't quite see. The camera's so far away from them. Oh, he's nearly got himself, Tony Staggs. Yeah, he's lost the ball. He has lost the ball, and I think they've already blown their challenge. So there'll be no decision to challenge. Yep. Whereas Canberra have got that one challenge up their sleeve. Nice little feint there out of dummy half, and he really has not done anything to interfere with that, Tarpany. So Canberra will get the ball. Payne Haas is still having issues with that ankle. It's heavily wrapped up. No, he's gone, Payne Haas. You think they'd bring back Brendan Piakura? Reece Walsh on the bike. Don't know how many minutes he's got left. Can't be too many. But Canberra need to take advantage whilst there's another player missing there from their side. We're run by Joseph Tarpany. He's had a great run since he came on there. And big Josh Pa'ali'i, wouldn't he love the score if he got near the try line? But he's just over halfway here, Canberra. And now it looks like Fogarty's putting a big up and under on. Is there any pressure there on the winger? No. Is that Katoni Staggs got it instead? Tackled by Jed Stewart. Now the 2 players come back on in Hudson Young and Reece Walsh. And it is Canberra leading 28 points to 12. Would like to see Simi Sasagi go over next if we can. Punting gods. What's he decided here? The penalty to Broncos. Goodness gracious. Ben Hunt goes for the extra ground, and it should take him up just before halfway. And I need, before the preliminary finals, I need to fix this lead because it keeps on coming in and out. I've virtually got to hold it up there to hear both my headphones going. All right. Now with the ball, Payne Haas. was Shibasaki. And now spinning it wide. Is that Reece Walsh? He's still trying to jink around. Oh, Reece Walsh throws a crazy pass there and taken out by Timoko. Good tackle by Timoko. That number 17's back on the big fella. Big giant Jaden Hunt is back on for the Broncos. Payne Haas still working through that pain. The needle must have worked. Big up and under here from KOX, but that's no good because now it'll be a 20-metre tap from the Canberra. There is 16 minutes left. There's a lot of time for Simi Sasagi to go over next, and that's who we need. Okay, good little sidestep there. Is that Tavali? I can't see from this distance. Carrigan will be coming back on shortly. Nice run at a dummy half there. Is that Tarpany? No, it was Sebastian Chris. Good run. Okay. Working downfield, Hutto Young is back on. And they're not quite to Broncos' 40-metre mark here on the third tackle. That's a great run. Is that Corey Horsburgh? I can't see the number. Yes, it was. Right. Tom Starling. Let's get involved, Tom, and give it to Simi Sasagi on the burst. And Simi Sasagi gives it back to Zach Hosking. He dropped it. Oh, could he have got himself? Simi Sasagi. What a shame. Oh, Zach Hosking had the whole try line there. He only had to bring it in, but he never had control of the ball. That was a good tackle from Shibasaki. Broncos have got it all to do. They've still got enough time, 14 minutes, to strike back a little bit. Payne Haas is off. He's limping. He's gone. Went over on his bad ankle that's already given him trouble. He's going to have to do a lot of repatriation to get back into next week's game. And ruck interference, so they get another set of 6 on the halfway mark here, the Broncos. Big run out wide here. He's gone right through. It's Reece Walsh. Reece Walsh goes in. And he's not wasting time because here they come, the Broncos. That was a great run by Reece Walsh and sheer acceleration. There's still only 12 points in this game. Lovely pass there. I don't know whether it was it was Walters that sent Reece Walsh into that gap, and KOX was found wanting. He threw a lovely dummy, and Timoko fell for it. And KOX slightly out of position, wasn't expecting that one, and a good hit back from the Broncos there. Cheers from New Zealand, yeah. New Zealand Fly 10. Great calling. Thanks, brother. Hopefully you subscribe to us. A New Zealander. All the New Zealanders are welcome. You're a bit unlucky last night. It looks like KOX has got a trainer on it getting rid of his cramps there. And will Reece Walsh convert this? They need it because it's only going to make 10 points the difference. It's an important kick. It's a very difficult one, or will he shank it for the Canberrians? He shanked it. It's gone to the right of the post, and Canberra breathe a small sigh of relief. So it is now a 2 converted try to come back into the match. There's a few more guys on here online. So Mercury Sunset. There's a few. George Allen, yeah. George Allen. Welcome, George Allen, and all the people that have joined. Hopefully you're enjoying this game. Broncos are hit back with Reece Walsh. And look at Payne Haas. He can barely put any pressure on that leg. 12 minutes left. There's enough time. But I'd like to see Sasagi or Starling seal this match. with 2 tries. But all you Broncos fans, I'm not a biased person. I'm just going on where my money's been as I tipped Canberra. However, Broncos aren't going to let them get away with it too far. A nice hit back from Reece Walsh and the Broncos. Just his immaturity, he's let down as far as I'm concerned. Look at this run from Walters. Is that Walters? Throwing dummies all over the place. No, it was Ben Hunt. Good run from Ben. Now, Hetherington, they've gotten over the halfway here on the 4th tackle. Made a lot of ground. Billy Walters plays the ball. Ben Hunt. Walters plays the ball. Ben Hunt with a nice up and under. Not enough pressure there. Oh, he's fallen. How did he take it? Oh, hang on. You can't do that, can you? Jed Stewart, have they pushed him into his own? Yeah, he's asking for a dropout. That's tough. I thought he grounded it and got out of his own try line there, but he slipped. That was what brought him unstuck. Shouldn't have tried to get up, bro. Big mistake. Bit of inexperience there from Jed Stewart. Now, coming back on a Smoothie's after having his mouth stitched from that Carrington shoulder charge, and he received 10 minutes in the bin. Broncos trying to finish this match off with 1 or 2 late tries, but Canberra need to hold on here. The big fella back on there, Jaden Hunt. I haven't seen the use of Piakura yet. And I know New Zealand is on there. Yeah, that's Reece Walsh. That's not good. If that's Dean Mariner going in the corner, no, it's the other winger. Can't think of his damn name. Starts Karapani. Yeah, Karapani goes in. Broncos are coming home like Burnborough. Nice cutout pass there from Corey Pikes. He saw what was going on out wide. Their flanks are letting him down here. Jed Stewart made that mistake. He was found wanting. Little bit of inexperience there for Canberra. I thought they had the game sewn up to pieces. But Jed Stewart out of position, and I don't think his father would be too happy with that. Yeah, I know. Well, they did pretty well, mate, with all those injuries. New Zealand fly. Someone's on the sideline there trying to warm up. I don't know whether it's Brendan Piakura. I'm not quite sure if he's coming back. There's a few players swapping and changing for the Broncos here. He's got this one. It's hit the post. Now they're 8 points behind. Will that give us? Yeah, they're just showing a picture of Karapani stretching. Beautiful cutout pass to Karapani. I thought it was Dean Mariner at first, but once the camera zoomed into the number, Karapani went in because he's on the other side. Those 2 missed goals, will they come back to haunt the Broncos? I think so. And I'm sort of hoping so. I'd like to see someone put Simi Sasagi into a gap or Tommy Starling. Have they gone for the short kickoff here? No, they've gone for a normal kickoff. Goes into Walter's hands. He works it out onto nearly to the 20-metre mark, just on the edge of the 30-metre mark. No, they're still back into the red zone. So the big fella, Jordan Ricky, and going for a little bit of a run there. Is that Piakura's back on? Can't see the number. The camera's gone to the wide shot again. That's too far, that kick. Way too far. Hang on. Is that a 40-20? You're kidding me. He's pulled that out of his backside. From here, it looked like it went over the in-goal touch. This is ridiculous. Yep, he's kicked it from the 30. It could be a 30-10. It is. Oh, man, that's an amazing change of events here. With 8 minutes left, Reece Walsh has pulled one out of his backside. Carrigan, 3 metres out. The big fella can't burst through there, number 14. Reece Walsh falls over there to the delight of Hudson Young and Ethan Strange. Wide, very wide passing here from the Broncos. They're going to head for Jed Stewart again. Oh, and on the burst is Shibasaki. Broncos are finishing at 100 miles an hour. What the hell? Amazing 40. Well, it was a 30-10 kick from Reece Walsh. An amazing 30-10 from Reece Walsh. They're showing it again. Fancy pulling that out your backside. And then on the burst, Shibasaki with no one in sight. They keep on going for Jed Stewart's wing. They were caught for numbers. And look at the pass from Ben Hunt and Walters on to Shibasaki. This is drastic for... he needs to kick this goal, though. He hit the post in the last one. All their tries in the second half have been on Jed Stewart's wing. Ricky Stewart may need... Oh, what the... Jed Stewart's just fallen over himself. I'm sorry, Ricky, but that's not good enough. That is not good enough. But even if he stood on his feet, he put him through a beautiful gap. Great teamwork there between Ben Hunt and Walters to put Shibasaki on the burst. That's the way I like to see my boys score tries. Unfortunately, I did entertain him, Shibasaki, today. I don't think I'll put him in any of the multis. This time he hasn't missed, and we have a 2-point ball game with about 7 or 8 minutes to go, Bob. 6 minutes left. Raiders need to get the ball, and they need to really shut down Reece Walsh, who is single-handedly bringing his team back into this match. Don't tell me he's back on. Haas is limping. Is he just trying to show bravery? 2 points behind. Shibasaki brought them out. The only reason I didn't have him in was because of his disciplinary action. I thought it might get to him. But anyway, it is what it is, and Canberra need to tackle their hearts out here and not do anything ridiculous and stupid. They had the game virtually won in the bag, but they couldn't even finish off with a nice set of 6 after that try. It became a joke when Savali knocked the ball on from the kickoff. That's when you invite Broncos back in, and a big run here from number 12, Jordan Ricky, with the headgear. He's had a fairly big game so far. Broncos nice and deep. Walters tried to throw the pass. Someone tried to go for the intercept. They're at halfway on the 5th. Someone's gone for the run instead of kicking it. Was that Ben Hunt? It's gone midfield. Roos too picked the ball up there. Oh, whoever it was threw it straight back into the hands of Canberra. It was Katoni Staggs. Now, Timoko takes it up to the 30-metre mark. Only 4.5 minutes left. He's on the blurter. Coach Madge, Maguire, Jed Stewart. You need to do something here, brother, and stop the tries from going in. Canberra on the 4th. They're still not at halfway here. Is that number 16 with a run for Canberra there in Morgan Smithies? Big kick downfield, and they needed it, but they need a big chase as well. Straight into the hands of Karapani. Karapani's broken away from one of the forwards and now tackled by Zach Hosking, getting over the quarter-way line here and onto the 40-metre mark. It is Broncos pressing to the halfway with Shibasaki, Walters. That was number 8 for Broncos. Corey Jensen. He's got a bit of taping on his head. Hetherington plays the ball. Oh, the goal. 2-point field goal. That's not going to make it. Or is it? Oh, no, it's hit the crossbar. Good. They didn't panic. Is that Joseph Tarpany? He did not panic. He's trying to slow. Don't play like that. Don't slow them. There's not a minute and a half left. This is not good if you're going to do that. You need to try and score. Don't throw any ridiculous passes, but don't slow the game down because they're just going to keep on coming at you at 100 miles an hour. And they need a good kick here. It's the third tackle. They're to the 40. Some nice big hit-ups there. Is that Sebastian Chris? He's had a big game. And that's a little bit of a waste of a tackle out of a dummy half there by Savali. Oh, that's a horrible kick. It's gone back into Canberra's hands, but and that was, look who had it. Look who had the ball, the man we need to score. Simi Sasagi. That was not a good set of 6. I think they're playing to the clock, and it was an awful kick. I can't see who kicked it from this distance. Can't believe it hit the crossbar. Bang! My goodness, that was amazing from Reece Walsh. And what a tackle from Ethan Strange. He threw his body there. They're at the halfway now and just into Canberra's half here. Canberra need to really watch out here, and especially on Jed Stewart's wing. That's where they're going again. That's a horrible pass. Oh, picked up by Canberra. Beautiful work. They may win now. They don't need to just play slow. Ethan Strange, he nearly forgot to pick the ball up there, giving so many instructions that Jed Stewart came in. Or was it Zach Hoskins? They're just playing one out here, Canberra. I don't think it's the way to go. I think they should try and score and finish the game off that way. Nope, they're just going one out. No good just winding this clock down. But play football, dudes. Play football, because it might go against you. Is that Zach Hosking? No, number 11 for Canberra. It was Hutto Young. Good hit up there from Zach Hosking. With 1 minute to go, they need some here. They've just kicked it out in a touch. Is that the right decision from Jamal Fogarty? 53 seconds left. There's still danger from anywhere on the park here. Especially whilst Reece Walsh is alive and breathing. What a run there from Katoni Staggs from the scrum. 35 seconds left. They've got 70 metres to travel, and you wouldn't put it past them. But I think Canberra is going to hold on from the unlucky goal kicking of Reece Walsh. He's done everything right in the match, apart from his reaction would send him 10 in the bin. But since then, he's just lifted up a gear. 10 seconds left. This is their last shot of the dice here, the Broncos. He's gone for another field goal, and that hasn't worked out too well, but they get another set of 6 with 2 seconds left. Set of 6 with 2 seconds left. And that'll be it. They won't even get time to play the ball, Shibasaki. Canberra are into the preliminary semi-final and a fantastic win. And Tom Starling, didn't you have a great game? That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Canberra have held on by a golden slipper whisker, 2 points over a phenomenal, never say die Broncos side. What are you ruling here He loves the camera, doesn't he? The full-time Hooter's gone. Don't tell me he's calling. He is. He's calling for a review. I give up. I really give up. Ashley Klein. I think he just loves the camera. Yeah, Hosking did get his hand to it. What difference does that make? What's going on here? Oh, they're saying he attacked it. No. No. He dropped it out before he got his leg. That's ridiculous challenge, if there is to be a challenge. You got another game to play, Broncos. It's what? June? No. Hang on. Hang on. No. No, 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 no. Has the full-time Hooten? No. No, 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 no. No, this is disgraceful from the officials. Are you kidding me? We're going to go to extra time? I'm sorry. I don't know what you think about this. What's going on? He's going to go for goal right in front. Why didn't you give him a penalty try? Seriously. Oh, my God. The full-time Hooter had gone. He'd gone for a 2-point field goal, and they get a penalty after full time. If this is not the most controversial decision I have ever seen in any finals game, I'm the blue dog sitting here coming from Philadelphia. You've got to be kidding me, please. We're going to go to extra time because Ashley Klein wants more TV time. Oh, I give up. I don't know how you feel about it, but Canberra do not deserve to go to extra time here, to Golden Point. No, no. Anyway, I've got to accept. Look at the Canberrans. They've got to be horrified. How can you say that it was an illegal charge down? He tried to stop the goal kick, the 2-point field goal needed by the Broncos. They're going to have to really rally here, Canberra, in extra time because Reece Walsh can snap them from everywhere. Fogarty can as well, but he's not as good as Reece Walsh. 2 5-minute halves. I just can't believe that I'm still here. I was about to pull my headphones off and thank you for joining us. Now, this is of most importance, the toss. Fogarty deserves a good call here. I can't believe we're sent to extra. I really can't. Where? Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, grab your, sorry. Sorry. I can watch that in slow motion, fast motion, whatever you want. Zach Hosking did not deliberately try and injure Reece Walsh, who fell to the ground like a baby. I'm sorry. Guys are still getting massaged before the kickoff here. I feel he's had a blinder, Zach Hosking, as well. They all have, the Canberra Raiders. There's been a few mistakes that have let Broncos back into the match and Reece Walsh brilliance, but I don't buy that. But it is what it is, and on with the call. I can't believe it. I'm in shock horror that we're watching this right now. Reece Walsh kicking the ball off to Canberra. It's gone straight down the gullet of Savali. And Canberra muscled back into the ground there, 13 metres out from their own line. Hudson, is that Hudson Young? Takes it up there to the 13-metre mark. No, it's number 16 for the Broncos Smoothies. For the Canberra Raiders. Fogarty. And now taking the ball up. Zach Hosking. Feel most sorry for him. Are they just going to go for a big kick here? Because it's the 5th tackle. He needs a big kick, Jamal Fogarty here. And a big chase. Where's the chasers? Straight down Reece Walsh's gullet. Onto Karapani. Karapani tackled there. And now they're to the 30-metre mark. Big run by, is that Dean Mariner? I can't quite see. Yep. And now they're up to the 42-metre mark on the 2nd tackle. Making a lot of ground here. Oh, someone's come up for an early tackle and missed. It was Big Red. Keep your head, Big Red. You need to do some serious tackling here after that mistake. Now, they're about 42 metres out here, and it's going to be a kick from Hunt. Coming up with a nice take there is Savali. As the sirens ring on the background, he's lost the ball. Sebastian Chris in that tackle. Well, I'm sorry. I cannot believe it. A heavy tackle on Sebastian Chris. Carrigan leading with his shoulder again. And number 8 for the Broncos, Corey Jensen. This is so sad. Broncos with the scrum feed in extra time. Will they just go for the try here? There's 2.5 minutes left. They've got heaps of time. A 1-point field goal is easy to snap over here as they work towards the post. I don't know how Canberra deserves to lose this match from a penalty decision after full time. Well, I give up. They're only 3 metres out here, Broncos. Ben Hunt, what are you doing? Watch out for the kick here. The 3rd tackle. Looked like he was going to go himself there. Spinning it out wide here. This is a bit harder for them now, the 5th tackle to go for the field goal. They need to really charge the ball down here. It goes for the field. No, a little kick across field here. And that's gone straight into Canberra's hands. And Ethan Strange has nearly been knocked out. Or is it Sebastian Chris? The guy who did the mistake in the first place. What a hard tackle on him. Beautiful catch. Was that? He's landed on his head, has he? Yeah, on the back of his neck. Canberra have the ball. I'm surprised they went for the try, and Canberra, with a lease of life, Savali takes it up to the 40. Is that Zach Hosking trying his heart out? Up to the halfway mark here on the 4th tackle. Big defence there from number 12 in Jordan Ricky. He goes for the massive field goal here. It's way too short. There's only 45 seconds left. You can see why he went for it. And a big run there from the other winger in Karapani. It looks like Walters just bounced off. They're not going to have enough time, are they? I doubt it. Canberra need to be watching out for Reece Walsh here. 24 seconds left. They're going to go for a massive 50-metre field goal. I doubt it. They might go for a big move out to the wings here. Looks like Katoni Staggs. He's drawn in a few players there. Is that Dean Mariner or Karapani? I can't see. It's Dean Mariner by the looks of it. Now the field goal. Oh, they're feigning for the field goal. It's full time of the first half of extra time. They're passing it out here. They might go for the try. Here's still an intercept there by Canberra. It was Jed Stewart that snuffed it out. And he needed to make up for that after letting in so many tries. What's your decision? No, okay. Right. First half. So now Canberra will kick the ball to the Broncos. How they're still breathing, Canberra, I don't know. I'm sitting here in the dark. I haven't had time to turn any lights on. Lucky we're getting enough light from the 3 computers we're using here at Every Point to Win a studio and home studio. And they're going to just suck down a little bit of pickle juice and some water. Okay, I'm going to predict something crazy here. Simi Sasagi to be put through a gap and score the winning try. Or Ethan Strange again, who cares? But anyway, may the best side win. I just can't believe we're at this level. I really can't. The game was won at 28-6 until the Broncos got a penalty right in front from a late down charge of Zach Hosking. Sebastian Chris is a little bit injured after smacking his head. I think he's got to come off for a HIA. News to follow this match. Well, no one thought it was going to go 5 minutes into the first half of extra time. Now, who's come on here? A young player? I can't see who it is. I better scroll down. I can't see any number. Turn around, son, so I can see your number. He looks like about 10 years old. They used all the interchange bench? Obviously not. Could it be Matty Nicholson because of that injury? Oh, it could be Owen Paddy. Yeah, I think it's Owen Paddy, but I can't see the number. When I see the number, I'll be right. Good, nice deep kickoff straight into Walter's hands in the second part of the drawn game at the moment into Golden Point, 28 all. Don't ask me how we got there. It's the most controversial match finish I've ever seen in the history of rugby league, apart from Jamie Ainsco's head-high tackle in the St George Storm Grand Final, which led to a penalty try. This is outrageous. Josh Pa'ali'i's in there for inspiration, tackling Jordan Ricky. Broncos, nice wide back here going, good pass out to the wing there, but it's forward, a mile forward. And that's a good decision to finally from the officials. They've come up with a good decision. It looked like Karapani was going to race away there. It was Shibasaki. It was Shibasaki's pass there, definitely forward. It travelled forward. And backing him up was Reece Walsh. They probably thought, yep, we're on to next week. And we've beaten the minor premiers. Not to be. I think this is really going to give a massive advantage to Canberra. We've got 3.5 minutes left. The sunset is over the stadium. Ricky Stewart looks, I was going to say Ricky Walsh. This is a great halfway scrum and possibly a great advantage for Canberra here. They just need to be sensible. It's number 14. It is Owen Paddy that came on. Hopefully he finds Simi Sasagi through a gap. Okay. Good work here by Canberra. Getting through, is that KO Weeks? It is. He got through to the 33-metre mark. They need to press up with some good hit-ups here. Big run from Smoothies. Right, now they're going towards Hudson Young, looking for players, looking for runners, trying to work it back towards the post here. Jamal Fogarty, where is he? Is he going to go for the field goal? He is. Jamal Fogarty's going to win it, I think. Oh, he's missed it. He's shanked it. He didn't have much time, and he's missed the field goal, which would have won it for Canberra. Now they've got to tackle hard. They had such a good advantage there. I think Hudson Young made a mistake by working the ball wide and looking for runners. I think he should have stayed in the middle. Katoni Staggs trying to milk a penalty. Won't work, Katoni. Fair run there from Jordan Ricky with a headgear. Flat pass from Ben Hunt. Out to the flank here to Karapani on the third tackle. Geez, they made some good ground there, Broncos. This is certainly in their advantage. Are they going to go for the field goal shortly? They're nearly to the 30-metre mark here. Someone's run a decoy, and Payne Haas has just had to stop dead in his tracks. They're in a fairly good position here, 30 metres out. And this is the professionalism of Broncos. Here we go. The field goal has been charged down. Fantastic into Canberra's hands. And we've only got 1.5 minutes left. Is there going to be a game breaker here for Canberra? Will they throw caution to the wind and just go for it? Looks like Timiko's run into someone there. 30 metres out from their own line, Canberra, pressing on. Thanks for joining us here on Every Point's a Win. I can't believe we're in Golden Point, coming to the last minute of the play here. And Joseph Tarpany, the captain, leading from the front. It looks like Ethan Strange, or is it K.O. Weeks, working towards the halfway here, just over halfway. Will they snap a field goal? No, they're going to throw it instead. Ethan Strange making a big run, passing it out. So, who is that coming down forward? Smithies, is it? Who is it down the sideline? Was it Sasagi? I couldn't see. Simi Sasagi. They're going to get the ball here, Canberra. And I don't think Broncos have got any challenge whatsoever. Hang on. Yep. It's a play the ball to Canberra, is it? With 26 seconds left. Canberra surely got to go for the field goal here. But work it towards the goal. They could go for a try. Oh, he's feigned a pass there. They're just setting it up. They've got 14 seconds left. Yes, Sammy! He's thrown an intercept. Thank goodness that Hudson Young was there. It's going to be a drawn game. Surely there's going to be extra time. There has to be a winner. Full time. Now, what happens here? Surely there's another 5 or 10 minutes either half in Golden Point. God, I would have liked Simi Sasagi to go in as my prediction. Said, oh, Fogarty shanked that chance to win the game. And they're just showing Reece Walsh's one that was charged down. Beautiful charge down by Hudson Young. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe we're here. What's the decision here? There has to be a winner. Yep, we're going to the second stage of Golden Point. Unbelievable. Wow, oh, wow. I think Tarpany's won the toss. My goodness. The black sky has invaded the Canberra pitch here. There's a little bit of sunset just about to fade out. Broncos here and Raiders drawn at 28 all. I didn't think I'd be, what is it now, 2.5 hours into this call. And a man will need a scotch after this, or at least an edible or something decent to get me across the line. I can't believe Payne Haas has walked through his pain. I reckon they've given him another injection. The sunset in the background of Canberra there. Beautiful place, Canberra. I don't know how one of the biggest fans of Canberra is going. I don't know how they're feeling. How are you Broncos fans feeling? Wow, oh wow. Steve Lammy, how are you feeling, bro? I don't know how you're feeling, Stephen Lammy, but you must be on the edge of your seat. We need a winner. The second part of Golden Point. This has never been seen before. This has got to be historic. And the decision to take it to this level has been historic. Canberra get the kickoff. Big Josh Pa'ali'i on the 13-metre mark. There's got to be cramps coming up for some of these players. I must have had the second lot of pickle juice just before this kickoff. It looks like Tarpany tackled there. Canberra trying to get it out of their own quarter. And a good run by Hudson Young. Up to the third tackle now. And a lovely run there by, is it Smithies? Owen Paddy. Nice run by Tarpany here, showing how to do it. Getting to halfway on the fourth tackle. Owen Paddy at dummy half. Big kick up in the air here. They need to chase though, Canberra. They don't want to give any extra ground at all to Broncos. They must be out in their feet and just going on pure adrenaline. Good tackle by Hudson Young. And good run by Katoni Staggs. He's showing his team how to do it. They're to the 30-metre mark now. Is that Ricky? Jordan Ricky takes it up to the 40-metre mark on the third tackle. Broncos just going one out here. Carrigan gets the ball out to Ricky. And another good tackle there from Owen Paddy. Lovely tackle. That's how to do it, folks. Nearly to the halfway here. Don't tell me that's Payne Haas. It is it? Yeah, it is. The guy's still going after 2 or 3 injections on that ankle. A little chip through here by the fullback, Reece Walsh. Smashed in a tackle. Absolutely smashed in a tackle by one of the replacement forwards. He's back on again, the big number 17, Jaden Hunt. Phenomenal. And a good run out of their own quarter here by Canberra on the third tackle. They really want to get to halfway. It's just a slogging fest, battle of attrition here. Is that Starling from dummy half? Goes for a bit of a run. And who is that? Is that Hutto? No, that's Smithies. Kicks it up here. Someone's pushed it back into the heads. Try to Jamal Fogarty wins it for Canberra. Someone pushed it back. What a try. Canberra have deservedly won this second lot of Golden Point here. And it might have been Ethan Strange. Someone jumped up high for the ball. I've lost my sound out of this ear altogether now. I'm going to throw this headset in a minute. It's just the lead, though. I think it's gone. Canberra have won the game. This is the second lot of extra point. I did consider having Jamal Fogarty, but I certainly wouldn't have expected him to go over in the second lot of Golden Point. But we need to have a look who jumped up for it here. Who was it? Wow, it was Stewart. On to Hosking. And he's broken the tackle there, Fogarty. He saw the gold pot of rainbow in front of him and bang, slams it down. And to be honest with you, I think they should have won 28 points to 26, but it certainly made for exciting finish with the second lot of Golden Point. Hosking involved and Jed Stewart, who jumped up nice and high. Lucky he's tall, and he made a lot of mistakes which led to Broncos coming back into the match. So he needs to tighten up his game if they're going to get to the grand final. They're only one game away from doing so. But it looks like Karapani got out-leaped there. Was it Karapani? Yep, he got out-leaped. Look at Jed Stewart with that hand. Lovely work. Straight into Hoskins. Hoskins knew he had Reece Walsh in front of him. Hang on, they're going to have a look at this. Now I am freaking out. Are they saying that this is knock-on? I can't believe this, ladies and gentlemen. No, that is not a knock on. It's just, I don't know, even if Jed Stewart hasn't got a hand on it, it's a falcon. It's a falcon to off Karapani's head. If the on-field, okay, here's the decision, right? If it's an on-field decision that it's a try, it's a freaking try. No, no. Are we gonna have three lots of golden point? This is a freaking joke. The Canberra Raider people have collapsed. They can't take it anymore. No way. How long we got to go? 25 seconds? Is it before halftime of the second golden point? I can't believe I'm a part of this, ladies and gentlemen. Number 8 taking it downfield here. And Corey Jensen. I just can't believe this. They're nearly at halfway, the Broncos. And Corey Jensen. I just can't believe this. They're nearly at halfway, the Broncos. Big run, and what a tackle there from Zach Hosking. He's had a blinder on the fullback, Reece Walsh. Huss takes it up on the third tackle. He's going to go for a field goal here. No. I think it's no. Broncos have won it. That is so unfair. If you're a Broncos fan, go and buy yourself 3 lottery tickets. Go and put Lotto on. Is that Ben Hunt with a winning field goal? I'm devastated for Canberra. I'm devastated for Canberra's fans. Devastated for Steve Lamy. Look at him. How could you believe that game went to a second golden point from a controversial decision, another controversial decision to disallow Canberra's winning try with Jamal Fogarty, and that just fell inside the upright. It sort of skimmed it. Look at Ben Hunt with his broken nose. They had to make sure it went in. I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. I'm finished. A Maryland shooting up on the news. Good luck. Thank you so much for joining us. All you people that haven't already subscribed, all as I can say is onwards and upwards to next week. I'm done for the night. I need to go and get some food. That game went for longer than what anyone expected, and I just can't believe it. The Broncos have won, and I'm sure that there's going to be a few phone calls from Canberra with our co-commentator ringing us from Canberra. I can't answer the phone. I can't talk at the moment, so don't ring me, Scotty. I can't handle that Canberra had the game snatched from them twice, once at full time and once in the winning try at Golden Point from a controversial decision. This is going to be talked about for ages, that Broncos move on and Canberra now are being forced into a very precarious position. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. If you haven't already subscribed or liked, please do so. It helps us get more fans and more. I don't get paid for this. I do it for the love of sport, for the love of race calling, for the love of calling the rugby league. It's not easy calling from a very small TV. I'll give you the best call I can give you, give it a little bit of action, a little bit of excitement. And we gave you a beautiful parlay today with Ethan Strange, Katoni Staggs, all up into Sebastian Chris, and that was a beautiful little parlay we got. So thanks very much for joining us. We got a little bit of money in the bank, but I really feel gutted for Canberra. Join us next week. We'll have the advertisements up on Every Point's a Winner, and see you then. Axel Phillips, bye for now. A lot of controversy to talk about at the pub later on. Damn you, buggers. You're kidding me. What? What's this saying here? Oh no, don't tell me that didn't say. I don't know whether you can do it. Why did I hit them?